Oh, fun. Okay, well, that was weird, but I guess Twitch is going to do Twitch things. I have no idea what that was. My bitrate suddenly dropped to 0, and I don't know why. Because obviously the game's still up. If you lose your connection, the game kicks you out, so... It has done this several of my past streams. I don't know if it's Twitch. I don't know if it's my internet. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, and like obviously it's like I don't really think it's my internet, because if it was my internet, the game would go down. And I would have been dropped back to the desktop, you know? But I don't know. For real. Because now I have several streams that have like multiple parts. Because Twitch decided it doesn't want to Twitch. Which of course means that even though I just had an ad break, I'm going to have another one. Because my stream reset. Oh, that was shit. Yeah, I've got 40 minutes left of my pre-rolls being off, and it's probably about to give me a 3-minute warning of, hey, your ads are about to start. Thanks, assholes. Well, at least it wasn't on Nova with story stuff. Again. I'm pretty sure one of Nova's streams was like that. Yep, there's the 3-minute warning for ads. Love it. Thanks, Twitch. Appreciate it. Good job, guys. Alright, 10:30 is Golden Hills. 10 minutes to that one. Normally I would run, but... do this. I don't know if I'm going to have to, like, force connect to a different Twitch streamer, server or something. Because if the Boston server's going down, isn't working right, then I'm going to have to figure something else out. Obviously, you want to connect to the nearest server to you, and it auto-connects me to Boston, but... I might have to deal with, like, the latency and hook and connect to something a little further away. Yeah, no shit stream elements. Oh my god. I know you're just getting the notes. And you know what? It unpinned my message about the giveaway. So now I have to rewrite my message. Rude. Thank you very much. I will pin that in just a moment. All right, I've got yours pinned. Thank you very much, Neutral. I do appreciate that. There's one of my stitchies for the day, so I'll come back for you later. I will get all of the stitchies and my deliveries once I'm done with the races for the day. And I gotta get some pictures too, where they are. I forgot to yesterday though. Smart. I think I forgot the day before too. I looked away. I was not paying attention there. Alright, so the gauntlet is done. We are 5 minutes until Golden Hills. And I'm right here, and I have to go up to this Golden Hills, Golden Leaf Stable anyway, so might as well do this. Even though I don't like running Golden Hills. Both Golden Hills and New Hillcrest are... There's just something about them. I don't like them. Part of it's because I can't practice. But I can't practice Fir Grove either, and I don't mind running that one. Quite like running Fir Grove. While we are waiting, I'm going to go over here to this server and go into... Where's my gaming? Games. Alright, pull. Get my windows rearranged here. Welcome back, ad viewers. Is that? That's for my friend, I think. Over here on Monty, I do believe that is my friend. One of my friends. Hold still, dang it. It is. That button. Monty is so pretty. Although I did notice when I was running yesterday that sometimes Monty's coat texture, like, it just gets like all crazy and wobbles around and stuff. It was wild to watch. There's another one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Monties. 2 of them are not magic coated right now. Hey, that's what Cinnabaris is. I'll have to DM Duke later. There we go. That's the screenshot. There we go. That is the cleanest I have ever gotten through there. Oh my god. Usually it is an absolute mess trying to get through there. Alright. Let's do this real quick. That was an absolute shit jump, but whatever. Oh my god, you're stuck. It counted. Close enough. Might get through the obstacles cleanly. Just got used up on the championship. Every time. Oh my god, stop getting stuck on shit. It's fine. It's done. That's the important thing. Alright, we gotta go turn these in. Let's go back to medieval camp. Actually, while I'm over here. Oh shit, now I can't see my Twitch. Damn it. Where is it? There it is. Alright, and there's my OBS. Now I can see everything. Cool. And then to Moorland. I'm gonna have to download this VOD, and like just make a short from those two sections. That is the cleanest I have ever gotten through there to immediately runs into a bunch of fucking poles. That might be something that I like if I'm doing like a stream highlight reel or something. That's gonna go in that. Anyway, got the gauntlet done. Amber! Thank you for the sub! Also, I don't know why Firebot is not doing its notifications because it's doing my other stuff. Thank you so much. Also, yes, I just said hi. Thank you. Well, I deemed you a screenshot too on Discord. Isolta Ember, who is in my chat right now, is the person who I first ever saw playing Star Stable. That was in like probably March of 2021, which I only know because I was not able to sit at my desk. So I was I think I was watching on the iPad on Twitch. And I had never, I had heard of Star Stable, but I had never played it. I had never seen anyone playing it. But, yeah, I watched her playing it. And that got me interested, and then I just kind of forgot until this year. I was, to be fair to myself, though, I was on a lot of pain medication at the time. Because that was when I was recovering from my leg injury. I'm gonna have to, I need to go kick Firebot because I thought I'd made a shout out for you, but I guess I didn't, or it's just not doing them because it didn't do one for Karu earlier. So I'm gonna go poke at Firebot for just a hot second as soon as I'm done here. Alright, so Firebot, come up. Auto shout out, edit. Okay. Add, there we go. Save. Yeah, close Firebot for just a second. Let it open back up. It's been a while. Firebot, what the fuck do you mean downloading update? Install on exit. There we go. Anyway, now you have an auto shout out. So every time that you're in here, it will do a shout out for you. There we go. Thank you, Firebot. And also, I'm going to do a shout out for Kawu. Because it didn't do it earlier, so I'm doing it now. I have to support my friends. I love my friends. I love all my friends. Old friends, new friends. 'Cause y'all have got me through a lot of shit. Alright. 5 more races. Transport, find the animals. Then we... My god, they're too far down. Get to do deliveries and stitchies. Yes, they do. See, this horse will actually probably level up. Oh, he's just about to level up, so let's go grab some fireflies and level him up. And swap out to the next one. Oh my god, yeah. And even though he's going to be a permie in the barn after this, I'm going to stick him in the pasture for right now. Alright, there we go. Alright. We're going to dismount. I'm going to grab your stuff for now. Right, in you go. Perfect breed, and I want Cecil France. Where are you? Here we go. I'm going to swap those two out. Because she's the second permie in the barn. You have shoes on. Yes, you have shoes. Okay. Good deal. Means I can put those in. Actually, I'm going to set his tack off to the side. So when he moves back in, this is what he gets. Just my overlay. And then she gets to go off to the side there. Yeah, there's like there's a dust-like moat thing going on though. I had to do a special, like, winter overlay. Not that I don't already have. Well, now I have 2 specific overlays for. Thank you. I picked this one up the other day. I picked it up when I got this overlay, right around the same time. Yeah, I've got 2 specific overlays that I use for Star Stable now. I've got one that I use for streaming, one that I use for recording. And then I have my festive overlay here. I've got an overlay for Baldur's Gate. I've got one for Equinox. Though I might have to change the Equinox one. Oh shit, I'm stuck. Because the Equinox one it's animated, so it takes up CPU. And Equinox being a early access game isn't as optimized as it eventually will be. They are still working on that. They did make some changes recently, so I was able to stream this last time. But yeah, it's been having some growing pains, which I'm going to blame on Unreal Engine 5 because most of them are from Unreal Engine 5. Like the auto detect being broken for your graphics settings. It keeps setting people on. It'll auto set them to like settings that are way too high for them to effectively play. And it also auto set someone's the other day to their native monitor resolution, which was way more than what their graphics card could handle. Yeah. Between Equinox and my streaming, I wanted to use my VTuber again. I upgraded my computer a couple times this year, so. Well, I've done 3 upgrades. Because I was streaming on an ultra wide. Because I did have an ultra wide for my main monitor, but the main monitor was because ultra wide resolutions aren't standard, like typical 16:9. OBS would get angry about it. So I upgraded my main monitor because I am old with bad eyesight. To pick 1440p monitor. And my graphics card looked at the monitor, looked at me, and gave me the middle finger. So, we upgraded the graphics card. And then I went ahead and pulled the trigger on upgrading my CPU. Which was a whole freaking thing on its own. That thankfully worked out in the end, but it almost didn't. Hey, I hit the jump button. Why didn't you jump? And the changes in the jump animation, like the difference in way it looks from the Dutchie to the newer breeds, is just something else. I love it. We're going to be doing some. You know, you are more than welcome to lurk. I love it. But I am here to also ramble. I can't say it when she's home, but she's not home, so I can say it now. My kiddo is going to be getting my old PC, which is still no slouch. The hardware might be circa 2014, but it's beefy hardware. And she's not playing a lot. Anything stressful. She wants to play, like, Among Us and stuff, so... which my old PC will handle fine. And so we're going to, like, set that up in her room for Christmas. With a monitor, or the TV, basically. Controller, mouse, keyboard, you know, all the good stuff. Which also will mean she can stop playing Star Stable on a frickin' tablet. Because my tablet, I didn't realize that the mobile Star Stable doesn't show the deep snow. She was sad about that. Because she wanted to be able to, like, walk around and with the snow. It's not like my tablets, you know, in spec. I specifically bought that tablet because it could run Star Stable. Same with my phone. There are some days where I might want to log in and do like a couple of things. Or if I'm in the middle of the night and realized I forgot to do something, I can just do it from my phone. Because my old phone definitely wouldn't. My iPad won't. Or tablet won't. Yes, my kid has a tablet, but it has restrictions on screen time. It is! I was trying to do stuff, like, I mostly use it, except for the occasional, like, log in the middle of the night type thing, to invite my alts into, my writing club. And, I'm just like, how the hell do you play this? She never has, you know, resources like the flowers and stuff. So I always make sure when if I'm on her account, if I see something, I grab it. Like, I even turned it up on my phone so it would be, you know, it's not gonna prioritize battery life over performance, but still ain't great. I do a lot for her in the game, honestly. The reason why she's... what level is she? Gotta see. She's level 14. The reason why she's there is because I leveled her. I did most of that leveling. She plays the game very differently than an adult would, which... this is a time when you need to be able to, like, you know, have a kid, pay a kid to do testing, because they find bugs like you wouldn't believe. Like, she'll find glitches, she'll find ways into places. And I'm just like, how did you do that? She just laughs. A little gremlin. No, it's not a bad thing. Because they don't think like an adult does. It's one thing for an adult programmer to program a game, you know, and you'll have people who are used to gaming testing it, and so certain things just seem obvious. Here's a good example. So in Equinox, to jump during a race, you'll have like a target on the screen with a line that moves towards the center. And then there's a certain point where it's like the sweet spot, and you want to hit it at that sweet spot, and your horse will jump. And the closer you get, obviously, the better the jump is. That's a pretty standard, like, mechanic for video games, you know? But a lot of folks playing who are in the early access for Equinox are not gamers in that sense. They haven't been around games. A lot of them, this is their first MMO. Or they came from an MMO like Star Stable, where just to jump you hit the space bar, you know? So while it's an obvious mechanic to someone like me, to someone else, it's not obvious, and there's no tutorial for it. So this is the kind of thing that is really helpful as far as like the early access period goes, because you can put something like that in. But or like with Star Stable the other day with the decorator, she was asking me, yep, here goes the cow zipping across. She was asking me how to do the quest, because you know he just has a question mark and he shows you the numbers of like what you need. But if it's explained in the quest text, I didn't see it, but it doesn't have like any sort of other tutorial if it's not in the quest text. So she didn't know. So I had to tell her, how many numbers did he show you for each one? She's like, oh, okay. I might be able to get all class to 15. It won't be during stream, though.
Hey.
Same, honestly. I was on stream and I was like, what do you want? And I was, oh, okay. Because I accidentally clicked on one of the boxes and realized. Like, oh, okay. I thought it was order, you know. Because he went 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay, so there's one animal. Bernardina. Congrats on your Nidoran. Let's get down here to the horses. Whoops. There's a lot of times that in games I'm confused because I didn't actually read something, or I read it and it just didn't process. But also, sometimes there's not enough explanation. Okay, one more race, 3 more animals. Stitchies. And these last 2 deliveries. Oops. That's a bad jump. A couple weeks ago when they'd messed up the mine carts and or the wisp, and they'd messed up those mine carts too. And the first time I saw them up in the air, I was just, what in the hell? It was very confusing. It's like, you're not supposed to be up there. Oh, there's snow falling outside. Like clumps of it, because it's not actually snowing, but it's warm enough that some of it's melting. Great, that means ice. Okay, last race. Well, probably the last one I do on stream. Now, let's find our critters. There's a cow. Nothing else. All right. Get going a little bit and then walk away. So it resets. The other day, I had a sheep and 3 cows to herd back, and I had to do this with all of them. Like push them forward a little bit and then move back. It's so ridiculous. Same. Donkeys, foals, and chickens. And hey, they fixed the chickens so they don't take 2 chicken feet anymore. That was a fun bug to realize the other day. I was like, did I miscount my feed? No. Nope. It would take one at the beginning of the quest, and it would take one when it was done feeding. I was like, that's not right. Yeah, the bug started it was just for a week, it was last week. So I recorded it, I did like a short video, some screenshots, because I didn't know if the video would be too big. And I reported it, because it wasn't on the bug page. But it was fixed, but it still wasn't on the bug page. Hey, there's a foal. At least one of them will be easy. I'm in like bug tester mode because I'm doing Equinox at this point. It gets the data brain, the data loving section of my brain, like cooking. Oh. Which is also why I have spreadsheets for Star Stable, and I have them for Equinox as well. Because of course I do. Ah, damn it, a sheep. Alright, well, only one easy one today. You won't make it, will you? No, because you'll stop in the middle. Have I shown you my spreadsheets? I have pages. I have one like master spreadsheet that has all of the information that I keep track of. Yeah, the one I've posted on Blue Sky is the nice one that I fix up for the community. My personal one is a mess. That's where I put like all the raw data that I find. And it's behind because there's new stuff added and I haven't added it on the spreadsheet yet. But I've also got a Star Stable one that has my first 4 alts. I haven't added Bernadette on there yet. And so it has my first 4 alts, what horses they have, how those horses relate to the models for a different page for each one. Recent bazaar sales, horse release dates, which also has notes for like which coats fit for which character, locations of the satchels, runestone locations, my daily race schedule that I do. Lost animals. I used to also track like the lost animals and like where they're located at, so I could see which ones I got more than others. All the Stitchies, all the daily races. Those races sorted by horse experience. And also the names for the horses. So I have done quite a few different things. Because I was trying to figure out like if there was a way I could, see all the horse names and be able to maybe plan some names out in advance. I don't have on mine what day they leveled to 15 because I started after a lot of them were already 15, but I have purchase dates and if they're fully leveled, which is a checkbox, and also a color. Green means they're fully leveled. Yellow is they're not in the training roster right just yet. The like reddish purple is they're in the barn. Speaking of, he needs to be updated. And then if they don't have any sort of color on them, it's because they haven't moved yet. And then I have more to add today. Fun. Because of course I bought the magic horses. Where are we? Yeah, that would have been bad for me. Yeah. Excuse you, I was not off of the screen that time. So, like, this part of my screen, sometimes if I click, like right there, it just clicked like it was on my spreadsheet, but it wasn't. It was over here. That's fucking weird. Yeah, like over here, sometimes if I click, it's like it clicks on my second monitor. annoying. I don't know if it's the game or what. All right, we did these deliveries and these stitches. So, yeah, I actually sent in a quality of life suggestion the other day to be like, hey, give me an option so I can lock my fucking cursor to the window. I didn't phrase it like that, but there will probably be 3 today, but for right now it's just 2. But yeah, the training circuit got 2 of them leveled up to 3 or to 15, and then this one I will probably get leveled up this evening after stream is done. Where are stitches today? Companion Tree, the North Iron Gate, Silverglade Castle, the Circus. This Holdsworth and the Eastern Slopes. Okay. All right. All right. Trying to make this plan as like how to do both of these at once. Because I want to end up here. Okay. I think I know what I'm going to do. Yeah, there's a reason why I put together the whole training circuit like I did. To like, not just to minimize trailering, but to minimize backtracking. It took me a couple months to get it worked out. But I did. Figure if I'm spending shillings on trailering, I should do it as minimally as possible, you know? So this is going to get my stitchies and one more of these deliveries. Oh, Jonas will have to wait. Is it Jonas or is it Hugh? I think it's bandages, so it's probably Hugh. Nope, it's Jonas. Alright, so there's you. I should honestly use a level 15 horse for, like, getting these stitchies because they don't do any experience. And it's a lot faster than using a low-level horse. there's you. Alright, so there's Ed's delivery. I've got ad starting in 3 minutes. Yep. It's always nice to get 50 free star coins. That was the wrong check mark, but whatever. $50 coins it is. Mani and Hati. It's today's code. Okay, so just the companion tree and the North Iron Gate left. So, the Stitchies, the little ragdolls, are, what's her name? The fourth Dark Rider, Orisa? You know, she's got like that ragdoll horse. So she has these little things around that, like, if I'm remembering the story correctly, are basically spying. So after you do, there's 20 of them in total, 20 locations. And after you do all of them the first time, certain ones will respawn in certain locations each day. And it's based on what day of the week it is as to which ones spawn. And I mostly do them during the... I have a list on my big spreadsheet with not only their locations, but with the, like, what the general location is, but also, like, specifically where they are. Yeah, I'll just link you my whole spreadsheet because it's embarrassing with all the horses I have and all the other shit that I do, but yeah, I'll link that to you. Hey, jump, damn it. Nope. I get stuck, that's fine. So they don't give horse experience, they don't give player experience, they don't give shillings. But during a Trailblazer, they're 10 points. So it's a collectible you can keep doing. Yeah, especially like during the double points days, although I will be done probably before they have any double points days. I try to get this character done as quickly as possible so I can work on the alts. So sometimes it's like, oh no, my horse is too fast and my gear's not good enough. Of course, with the double points, with the double points, I did an invite a friend account for one of my other friends who wanted the cat, but they wanted the cat, but they weren't able to log in when I got done. And then the very next day is when they changed over to the horse, the Dutchie. But I did that in 2 days. Not only did I do all the leveling to get to level 12, but I also did the entire Trailblazer in 2 days. Because bonus points. One of the things I found, not this last Trailblazer, but the one before, I don't know if she actually redeemed the horse. She sent in a ticket to see if she could get the cat instead. I mean, if not, the cat will be for sale soon, but... My own invite a friend took me... I think that took me 4 days, because I was sick and just could not... just couldn't play. Alright, I need to go to Southhoof. There we go. Deliveries are done. Yeah, I understand that for certain. But yeah, I did it myself, for myself also. So because I did want the horse. I really wanted the horse. And then I leveled the horse up a little bit and I was like, yeah, I'm going to use this one on stream last Wednesday. And I leveled the horse up too much and I had to swap the horse in the middle of the stream. Also, what the hell am I doing? I'm around Southhoof. Let's do some of these. Let's do these races down here. Yeah. Oh shit, let's get stuck, why don't we? It's fine. Yeah, especially with as many as I have that need leveling up right now. And then I just bought more. It's fine. It'll be fine. Like I said, I will probably start doing a 15 if I have for just like getting stitchies, but just because it gets me done quicker. And I am morally opposed to spending shillings if I don't have to. It's 25 shillings I could be using for clothing. Not even clothing, just tack. I mean, I also tend to be... I tend to stream most of the leveling that I do. So it does have a... I do have another reason for doing it. Like, I enjoy leveling horses. I honestly... That's why I, like, made myself a route that I can do. And even though there are 4 other races that qualify for, like, my criteria, they're not on the list because I don't like doing them. But there's one on there that doesn't qualify for the criteria, but it's still on there because it's an inconvenient place if I want to go back and do the rest of the races for the day. And also, I kind of like doing it, and it doesn't take very long. So... Oh, shit. My thumbnail hit the C button when I jumped. It's the pole bending apocalypse. Even though it's close to Veldale Lake, it's not convenient. So it doesn't qualify under the... It has 125 horse experience. That was the first race I saw you do in Star Stable. I think you were actually doing that one when I hopped onto your stream that day. Yup. And I was like, man, this one sucks, but no, it's fun. It's just hard if I, you know, run into shit. I distinctly remember you coming down the mountain from the Fir Grove side and stopping there. I also remember you were talking to Idris. And asking me about the Napstrapper, and I could not remember the name of it. Which again, to be fair, I was on a lot of drugs at the time. For pain. Let's do your races. It's going to be 5 years soon since that incident happened. I need to see what day of the week February 27th falls on. Falls. I'll do something silly that day, probably. Find some appropriately themed game. Just have a dark humor day, you know? It involved horses. Of course, I remember at least something about it. I just thought of a button I need to, like, make with Touch Portal. Yeah, I gotta make that. I just realized what it is. Now I just have to actually do it. That's the hard part. Oh dear. My headset's usually plugged in. Not right now, though. Yeah, my headset is wireless, which is unusual for me. Normally I'd have wired everything. Yeah, the FPS drops are like wild because... Can I get this to show up? I don't know if it will or not. No, you're not going to. That's great. Cool. So I know that the game is using like no more than 20% of my GPU. It's using basically nothing of my CPU either. I'm using more right now because obviously I'm streaming, but it's just ridiculous how little it's using. And like I could get better performance if you would just use more. No, you're not going. Okay, fine. But that's OpenGL for you. Because Second Life is exactly the same way. Second Life's problem has never been that it doesn't utilize the hardware. The Second Life's problem has never been that it needs more hardware. It's been that it doesn't utilize the hardware that's there efficiently. Like, I almost guarantee you that if I put this on my old PC, which has a graphics card from 2014, that it would run better. Not just because it's a 1080p output. Because this was running pretty decently when I was using my 1080p monitor, but I don't want to use my 1080p monitor because it's so freaking dark. I can't see anything. But yeah, Second Life will use a single core when you have multiple ones, and it doesn't leverage everything else, just because of OpenGL, because OGL is extremely old at this point, as far as, you know, lighting rendering engines go. It's great, you get really good results with, like, reshade and shit, but... yeah. That's why it's... very few games use it anymore. I don't know what their rendering for other things is, but... Alright, let's head back no. Here. Thank you. My CPU is pretty cold right now, but that's because I've got a AIO on it. Even though it's not it's not properly seated, because my backplate for my motherboard decided that it wanted to strip the screws out. And the last time that I was in there, I forgot that I had done that, and I just haven't felt like pulling my PC out to change the backplate. The backplate's here. It's on my desk, right next to me. I just have to actually do it. Okay, I need this. Task Manager. Hello, thank you. Hardware monitor. Oh, God damn it. Yes, run. Jesus Christ. There you are. Rude. Stop it. Not two of you, just one. Thank you. Yeah, my CPU right now is sitting at... It's sitting at like 50% usage. What's its temp? I don't know, it's not registering the temp right now. My GPU is running at 38 degrees. Oh, oof. Okay. Yeah, my GPU is 39 degrees. While gaming. At 1440p. It is not being utilized at all. The full GPU load right now is 43%. And that's including streaming. And running my VTuber. Meanwhile, Equinox is like, CPU, nom 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 nom. GPU, nom 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 nom. Like, I have a... My CPU is a 5800X 3D, which I got for the 3D Vcache, so that I could use my VTuber more effectively. I did that. Yeah, so hopefully I will... If it cooperates tomorrow, Equinox is what's scheduled. If it cooperates tomorrow, that will be my giveaway stream probably for Equinox. If. It's not been cooperating lately, but we're going to be, I'm going to be poking at some stuff. Yeah, my CPU is a 5800X3D. My GPU is a 5070. And there are times in this game where I get like 17 FPS. Which tells me that the game itself is not utilizing my system. I hope it doesn't. Honestly, even if it does, I might run the Equinox giveaway just while I'm doing something else. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Lingering crud. Good timing. The eternal recovery phase at this point. I'm mostly at this point just trying to get frickin' bronchitis again. Because that tends to happen. Ever since I got sick that one time in 2014... long-term fucking up of my lungs, I guess. I don't know. Alright. Let's get your butt... Oops, hey. Level 14. Just missed that guy. Nah, he's level 4. He was level 13 at Starshine. She, my bad. This one's a... I made this one a mare. Like, oh, look, a chestnut horse. Let's make it a mare. And now I have that alt. It will only be riding chestnut mares. Why? Because she can. Oh my god, can you not? Purpose-built alt. Alright, 10 minutes till my alarm goes off.
Hey.
A nice clean run. Yeah, I've got another alt that's going to be in starting in February. That's going to be like just the recording alt, so that anything that's story-wise that gets done will be recorded. I was already doing that with Aurora, but I got her to like, I think she's level 18. I realized that I want to do things a little differently. What the fuck am I doing? So, Aurora's getting moved to just regular alt status like Saga.
That's it.
And then the new alt will be the recording alts. But I'll still leave collectibles with open for Aurora to get. Just in case I miss them somehow, or there's loss of recording, or what the hell ever. Because some of them I had to get with Saga. Like, I think it was with Aurora, I was trying to show my partner that one really stupid star that's in the Forgotten Fields, under the bridge. And I was like, look how hard this one is to get. And I got it, like, on accident. Not even trying to get the damn thing. Yeah, definitely. Especially because I can't just reset something. Unfortunately, that also means that if I want to get all the ones in the Forgotten Fields, I have to get all 4 devices that I have that can play Star Stable on at the same time. That star in the Forgotten Fields and the one in South Hoof that's under the outhouse. Those two are annoying as hell. The one that takes 4 people to get, fine, whatever. I don't have friends, though, so I have alts. The first time that I tried to get that one under the outhouse on South Hoof, it took me... It was probably 20 minutes. And then... I think the stream is still on my VODs here. when I did it with Nova the other day, I got it on like the second try. So there's one in the Forgotten Fields that requires 4 people to get. I think it's the first star. Yeah, you have to have 4 people standing at a certain spot to be able to get it. I have 5 minutes left, so I'm going to do this actually. Do I have any travel? I do. I can make more of this if I need it, plus I'm getting some more from the Trailblazer. Oh, frick. Don't try and breathe while you're drinking. Yeah, so I have this one recorded with Aurora, but I didn't have access to my PC at the time because my partner was in bed asleep. So I had to ask one of my friends to log in. My other friends. It's like, hey, can you come help me get this star? They're like, yeah, sure. Okay. I really wanted that flax. Alright, it is down here. So, there's these 5 stones. Here in the middle. What's the coordinates here in the middle? 121217. And then what you do is you have 4 people here. And you have each one stand on a stone. And so each one will light up. Once they're all lit up, the star appears right there in the middle. Yeah, and if you need help getting it, just ask, because I have other accounts, and I have 3 other devices, so I can log them in. Like, I could honestly probably log the kid's account in, because I don't think she has that one. So it'd be useful for getting it for her. Sure. Yep, that's the star that requires you to have friends to have. Or alts. Yeah, I have that one. I think it's this one in the book. Thought I had... There it is, Fallen Stars. Rotten Fields. Yep, it's number 1. But so far, that's the only one that requires multiple people to get. All the rest of them you can get yourself. Even if they are a pain in the ass to get. Oh, forgot to jump. Yeah, I'm not gonna make that. It's fine. I think my favorite one to get is the ones on top of the riding arena. Same. I turned friend invites on for adding my alts, and that's been it. You know? Yeah. My favorite star is the one to get is the one that's up here. Obviously, it's not here for me right now because I've gotten it. But it's like in this area. And it's because I like the sound running across the roof. Silly brain things. It is my favorite sound. I'm just imagining somebody who's like, if someone was inside the riding arena in real life and you hear a horse on the fucking roof, you know? Oh, there's my alarm. Okay. So that's my alarm to get ready to go out and get the kiddo. Which is fine, because that means it's going to be the end of my stream here. So I'm going to go ahead and close this giveaway and do my... It has not been 23 hours. Stream Elements, you're lying. Yep, we're going to go ahead and close the giveaway. And I'm going to draw a winner. Neutral. There you go again, bud. Give me just a moment to get your gift card. Log me in, please. Hey, a win's a win. That's how I got my gold ribbons for New Hillcrest and Golden Hills. Thank you, Ember. I think I'm going to try and do Star Stable again Friday. Tomorrow is hopefully going to be an Equinox stream. Equinox is not going to cooperate. If it doesn't, Equinox doesn't cooperate, that's fine. I will I'll still do the Equinox giveaway if I can. All right, gift card. I'm going to copy this. Neutral incoming DM. There you go, my friend. Enjoy your star coins. All right, folks, take care. Y'all have a great day. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it happens to be where you are. Like I said, I'm going to try to be back on tomorrow, hopefully with the Equinox giveaway that day, assuming everything else goes through. And I will... Congrats. So yeah, I will be back hopefully with Equinox tomorrow. And if not, I'll probably honestly be more Star Stable. And if not then Friday as well. Hopefully. Because Friday is scheduled to be Star Stable as it is. So that's my next couple of days. They're planned. Also assuming that I don't, like, relapse into illness. But you folks have a wonderful day. And I will see you guys on the next one.